Welcome to the spiritual hour. Mad Mix here. So May 5th, Sunday, is Cinco de Mayo. So want to make something with some spirit from Mexico. I'm going with tequila. And Cinco de Mayo is essentially a commemoration of defense of the city of Puebla, or maybe the state, back in 1861, 62, from the French, right? And so it was a one-day battle, which is what's mostly remembered there in the Puebla area. In Mexico, it's not a holiday or anything like that. In the US, it's a bigger deal. And we celebrate the heritage and the culture and everything from Mexico. So let's do that. 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo. The cocktail I'm making tonight, I have never made before. This is a very old cocktail, and the name of the cocktail, can't find anything as to where the name came from, but it's called the Mexican Firing Squad. So the Mexican Firing Squad, the name was given by this guy. He was a historian, engineer, nothing to do with cocktails or food, but he was a world traveler. I think his name was Charles Baker Jr. So in the 1930s, I think 1937 or so, he found himself traveling with a friend in Mexico City. It was, they would go out drinking and he would document stuff, being a historian. One of the things they ended up at was a sort of a Prohibition era type speakeasy type bars called La Cucaracha, which essentially means the cockroach. But the bar was not a dive bar. It was like a sophisticated, bar. And that's where he happened onto this cocktail, and he called it the Mexican Firing Squad for some reason, and the name is stuck, and it's been around for a long time. It predates the margarita, which we don't want to make today because everybody makes that for 5th of May. So I'm using a Blanco Tequila, which is what he calls for. Straight up 2 ounces of this spirit, which is an agave spirit. So there's 2 ounces of the Blanco Tequila. Let's put it back where it belongs. Grenadine, I have never used store-bought Grenadine ever, but this one here is from Portland, a place called Raft, and it's pure, like there's nothing, it's all organic pomegranate juice, simple syrup. I think they've added some lemon juice to it. So essentially I've tried it once and it's pretty good. So let's do 3/4 ounces of this. The nice, see, it's a bit syrupy, so this adds a bit of tart and sweetness also because of the simple syrup in there. So that's the Grenadine, 3/4 ounce, and also 3/4 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice, which always goes well with tequila. So let's try that. 3/4 ounce of this, and interestingly, a couple of dashes of Angostura Bitters, right? So I'm very curious how this is going to turn out. A very intriguing combination of spirit, sugar, and bitters and citrus. And what am I looking for? And then obviously a lot of ice to shake it because there's citrus in there. So we'll have to shake it, not stir it. So there we go. Let's do a shake. Okay, this is shaken up. And now that that's done, let's get a nice glass. So the drink is actually, you could serve it in a highball or like a rocks glass, anything like that. It's not like for a cocktail coupe. First of all, I gotta thank Anna and Finn for this beautiful glass. So I'm gonna set that here, put a bunch of ice in there, and then double strain this drink into this glass. Nice color. Firing squad. There we go. All right, you've done that. Now let's try to do some garnish. I think he called for like a wedge of pineapple, which I don't have. He also called for a cherry, cocktail cherry, and a peel of orange. So let's try a peel of orange first, right? Okay, there is the orange. I'm gonna shape it a bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna do something funky. We gotta have a cherry. So first off, let's do that. I'm gonna get a cherry, our favorite, the Luxardo. And I'm trying to get the syrup out. See if it works. And then let's see if this works. It's gonna bounce out. Oh, it worked. There we go. So there is our Mexican firing squad. Let's give it a taste. Oh, this is awesome. One more sip. It's gorgeous. The color is obviously beautiful. The grenadine with the slight lemon juice and our lime juice, the citrus, is adding a beautiful balance of sweet and sour to the cocktail. Tequila is obviously, you can, it's not overpowering, although it's 2 ounces of it. It's a beautiful drink. I have no idea why he would call this Mexican firing squad. Maybe he had too many of them and he felt like he was standing in front of a firing squad. Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Cheers.
Cheers.